Welcome back, everyone. In the previous lecture, we explored the structure of an enterprise Apigee project. We saw folders like apiproxy, configuration files like pom.xml, and pipeline files like cloudbuild.yaml. Before we start the hands-on implementation, let's quickly understand our roadmap. We'll begin from the developer laptop, where we install all the required tools. Next, we'll authenticate with Google Cloud and prepare our environment. Then, we'll deploy our Apigee API proxy. Once our local deployment works, we'll bring Cloud Build into the picture and automate the deployment process. And finally, we'll see our API proxy being deployed into Apigee X. So throughout this course, we'll follow this complete journey, from the developer laptop all the way to Apigee X. Let's first understand what each tool does. Each tool has a different responsibility inside our deployment pipeline. Think of them as different members of a project team. Let's begin with Java. Many people assume we install Java because we're writing Java code. That's not the case here. We're installing Java because Maven is a Java application. Without Java, Maven simply cannot run. Even though our Apigee proxy is mostly XML, Maven still needs the Java runtime environment. This command confirms that Java has been installed correctly. Next, let's install Maven. Think of Maven as the project manager of our deployment. It doesn't know how to deploy an Apigee proxy by itself. Instead, Maven reads the pom.xml file and delegates the deployment to the Apigee Maven plugin. Seeing the Maven version confirms that everything has been configured successfully. Now let's install the Google Cloud SDK. This is one of the most important tools in our setup. It allows us to authenticate with Google Cloud, execute Cloud Build commands, and generate access tokens that the Apigee Maven plugin will use during deployment. If you see the installed version, your Cloud SDK is ready. Git is our version control system. Every change we make to our API proxy will be stored in Git. This allows multiple developers to collaborate while maintaining a complete history of every deployment. Although you can use any code editor, I'll be using Visual Studio Code throughout this course. It provides excellent XML support, Git integration, and makes navigating Apigee projects much easier. Finally, let's install the Apigee CLI. This command line tool allows us to interact directly with Apigee. For example, we can export proxies, import proxies, list deployments, and perform administrative tasks without opening the Apigee console. Before moving forward, always verify that every tool has been installed correctly. These simple version commands help us detect installation issues before we begin building our pipeline. Now that every prerequisite has been installed, our development environment is ready. Java provides the runtime required by Maven. Maven packages and deploys our API. The Google Cloud SDK authenticates us with Google Cloud. Git manages our source code. Visual Studio Code is where we'll build our project. And the Apigee CLI helps us interact directly with the Apigee platform. Congratulations, our development environment is now fully prepared. In the next lecture, we'll authenticate with Google Cloud, generate access tokens, and understand how our deployment pipeline securely communicates with Apigee X.